Today my friend Michele is here from Calabria. He lives in a small town called Cropolati, and we met on the internet on YouTube about 7 years ago. So he finally came to visit me. Now today what he's doing is he's making a very famous dish from Italy called Sardella. And Sardella is actually known as the caviar of Calabria. Now what Sardella is, it's made up of very tiny baby anchovies. You could actually see through them when you buy them, because they're tiny little babies. And to the Sardella is added olive oil. What else is added? Fennel and hot pepper. Lots and lots of hot pepper. All that red that you see there is red hot chili pepper from Calabria. Michele grows all of the peppers that he uses on his own property. He has his own little farm, and he dries his peppers out, and at the end of the year what he does is he grinds them up and he comes up with what looks like paprika, but it's not sweet paprika. It's a very, very spicy, very hot, picante hot pepper. So right now he's just spreading the Sardella with olive oil throughout the dough. Now this is just a regular pizza dough that he's using, and he's spreading the Sardella throughout the dough. I don't think he's too happy with my utensils that I have here. He has his own utensils at home that he likes to use, but I think he'll get by with what we have here. Now we're making two batches. One, as you see, has a lot of the Sardella. It's going to be very, very spicy. And then we'll make a second batch that will have a little bit, just so that my wife Ellie can have some, because she doesn't like a lot of spice.
Stop.
Okay, as you can see, all of the Sardella is evenly spread all over the dough. Now, you can either roll the dough up and cut it as if you were cutting raisin, I can't remember what you call them, but raisin rolls, or you can just cut it into slices. And that's what he's going to do today. He's just going to slice it. And then he'll roll each slice up individually and put it in the pan. Okay. Okay, here we go. Here's the first one that he's cutting. Okay. Okay. All right. Now he'll start to roll each one up. Cinnamon rolls is what I was thinking of before. Now the first one goes right in the middle of the pan. And the second one next to it. We've been cooking all day, so the kitchen looks a little bit of a mess, and that's why it does look like a mess, because we were cooking pizza before, we had pasta out before, everything. See? Don't they look just like cinnamon rolls? But they're not as sweet as cinnamon rolls. Nice. Very good. It's looking good, Michael.
Un po' attaccata. Ok, ce l'abbiamo fatta più.
Sometimes the dough gets a little soft because of the sardella and the olive oil, but you just go with the flow. Don't worry about it. Now they'll raise a little bit outside of the oven, and when we put them in the oven, they'll raise a little bit more. We set the oven at 425. He's putting a little more olive oil on it.
Okay.
And they'll cook for about mid-hour?
Yes.
Okay, so they'll cook for about a half hour. And the whole house will fill up with the beautiful scent of Sardella Rolls. Or in Italian, how do you say in Italian?
Calabria, Cropalati, provincia di Cosenza.
Okay, but Sardella cartwheels? Come si chiama?
Sardella piccante.
Okay. Alright folks, we'll be back in a few minutes after these are done, after we take them out of the oven. Okay, sorry we didn't film this one, but as you can see, this one we didn't make it as heavy. There's a lot less sardella, and I think my wife will be much happier because it won't be as spicy. So we'll see what happens. Now let's just look in the oven and see what's going on in the oven. Okay, you can see those are cooking in the oven. Nice. Okay. All right. So here's the finished, well, not the finished product, but here's the product before it goes into the oven. And thanks to my wife, who likes to talk while we film, every video that I make, that happens too. So this looks beautiful. Okay, now Mikhail is going to cut it and roll this one too. Okay, here we go. Again, like before, he's going to roll the first one, place it in the middle. Okay. Okay. Here he comes. Whoop. Here comes the number 2. They do it. All right. Number 3. That's number 3. Okay, so you get the idea. Now, what we'll do is we'll be back in a few minutes after we take the sardella out of the oven. Okay, I bet you can't wait. You should smell this house. It smells fantastic. We have the first batch in the oven, and it really smells good. Even my dogs came into the kitchen to see what was going on. And here's the sardella. I don't know if you can see it. See if I could turn around to get some light in it. That's the sardella. Mikhail and his mama made this, but sadly his mom passed away September 20th, so from now on he'll have to make it by himself. So his mom was a very good cook, fantastic cook. So, all right, we'll be back in a few minutes when the sardella is done. Well, here it is. Sardella cartwheels, all cooked and ready to eat. Oh, I wish you were here to smell it. It smells so good. And actually, I'm not showing you the whole pan because the both of us took a little taste of it. It's really delicious. Okay, until the next time, ciao.